Good morning. Today is Tuesday, September 26, 2021, and we are parked at the Wild River Campground, which has a couple trails leading from it. Basin Trail, which we're not taking, and Wild River Trail, which we're going to take very briefly. It goes across the street. The campground is down that way. We're the only car here. To get here, you come through Gorham, New Hampshire. For us, you come through Gorham, New Hampshire, go out to Maine just briefly, and then pop back in to New Hampshire. And when we did that, we saw a giant moose with antlers, which I got on video, so I will put that after this. So even if today's a total fail, which it won't be, we saw an awesome male moose right on the road in front of us, and we're gonna go down, cross the Wild River, which I believe is a ford. Hopefully it won't be too deep, and then we're gonna take Brook Trail up to Carter-Moriah Range, go over to the summit of Moriah, take Kenduskeag Trail over to Shelburne, Moriah, which is a really beautiful 52 of the View mountain, and then come down Shelburne Trail and around on High Water Trail back to our car. We have to cross the Wild River twice. We're planning to do it at the same spot both times, but we could also go further up and road walk a little bit back if we found that this crossing was too dicey. We'll see what happens. This is the big water crossing on the Wild River. John is going first to see if he can do it without taking off his shoes. I don't think I can. Yeah. So you can see it's quite wide. It's not particularly deep, but it is moving pretty fast. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he says it's the end of the trail. So actually, look at this washout right here. Woo-wee! That is crazy. There's a cairn down there and down there. So I think we're going to be going into the woods back there. So I'm going to take off my shoes.
So we're trying our ford now. You got this. Looks like you've done this before.
Or no.
You did it.
I'm not out yet. We have been walking along the Wild River, and there have been some areas of the trail has just been washed away completely on the side of like a cliff, sort of like a. I'm not really at one right here. Well, maybe I am right up here. So this is in the Wild River Wilderness. Yeah, so here's a spot. It's not too scary, actually. Some of them are really like straight up and down, and there's nothing left. So you just go around. They have not, it doesn't look like an actual trail has been relocated. It just looks like people have walked through it. And yeah, I mean, it's nothing difficult. It's just consequence. Okay, so we're at a junction now. We're gonna go to Brook Trail. We've been on High Water Trail. once we cross the river. So we're gonna head away from the water now and up the backside of Moriah. I think we're about a mile up on the Moriah Brook Trail, and there's in the guidebook it says that it goes through Moriah Gorge, which I think we just went by. So if you go down around the corner here, the walls are like 75 feet up, maybe more, I don't know. It was really steep and it was like a gorge, but you couldn't really see anything down into it, unfortunately. I believe that that's going to be Moriah Gorge. And this is Moriah Brook, hence the name of the trail. It's been really easy, just like a very gentle incline almost. It's almost imperceptible. Now, why does this say? This is weird. This makes me think the trail isn't here, but it is here. Because we came in on the trail. There's an old, somebody made a campsite here. Were we supposed to cross? Oh yeah, we're supposed to cross. Hehehe. Yeah. Okay, so we're crossing right there. Let's see. It's definitely gonna be easier than the last one on the Wild River. I think I can just go right across right there.
I think so.
Okay. Let's see what John does. And then I'll use two hands. Yes, that's how I would go. The rocks look a little bit slippery. Woo-hoo! All right. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna use two hands.
I didn't slip, but I don't know how slippery it is. Do you want me to come over? Yay!
We are along the left side of Moriah Brook Trail now, and a bunch of it has been washed out. And so this is like a herd path reroute, whatever you want to call it. You just have to be paying attention. The actual trail came through over in here somewhere, but no longer. Let John go first. Yeah. So, okay, this was the original trail right here. You can see it just ends. Got washed right away. All that has fallen in. Okay. Getting a little bit of fall color up here on the hobble bush. Definitely feels like a lesser used trail. I really like it. So far, it's been beautiful. We're further up now. Maybe this is the gorge? I'm not sure. Go up a little bit on the trail. And we're definitely up along the edge of it now. It doesn't look at, well, I was gonna say it doesn't look as gorge-like as what we passed before, but come a little further down. The trail has been barely climbing. We're over 3 miles now. I think we've gone up like 400 feet. And it's been really nice. You can't tell. I think on the other side it looks like rock from here. So this might be the gorge. It didn't actually say we would have views of the gorge. It just said it passes the gorge. So this is just a little cascade along Moriah Brook. It's not on my map. There is a waterfall. Well, it looks like a waterfall, but when you drill in, it says it's Cascades. But it's further up than this. So I don't know. I think this one's pretty darn good, and it's only like 5 feet off the trail. It's right there. Come around. This is a really nice, deep, it appears to be pretty deep swimming hole. There's something shiny in there too. I think I'm gonna stick my GoPro in to see if it, maybe it's just a piece of mica. And then there's another swimming hole down there and another hole down there. Beautiful. Just a little further up, we have just been nonstop water and cascades, and I think maybe we had just gone through the thing called the gorge. I don't know. It's just been beautiful rocky walls and pools and cascades, and yeah, this has really been a beautiful trail, and it's essentially flat so far. I think we've gone up like 500 feet in 4 miles. It's just beautiful, and the leaves are starting to change, and there's nobody out here, and wow, I recommend it. It is a little bit muddy and wet, but it's okay. We just came through this little area. We're around 3,000 feet up now, almost to the junction. And let's just say, not this spot, but there's a spot back there where I lost my balance and I was counting on my pole to get me to the broken down bog bridge. And my pole went in about, I don't even know, 2 feet. And I didn't make it to the bog bridge. So I don't know if you can tell, I went in up to my knee completely. It just right in. Oh, the joys. It's going to be like that going over on Kenduskeag too. There's going to be mud, deep, deep mud. Hopefully we can avoid it on bog bridges. Sure hope so. We just popped out onto Carter-Moriah Trail. This is the first little viewpoint. I didn't zoom in. Probably should have. I believe those are the bald faces right there. And then we're going to go up. We're going to have better views because we've done this once before. So
Oh, it's that way.
yeah, the summit is over behind there. But we're going to go up along this ridge, I believe, because we did it one time in the winter. And I remember we stopped here. We took so many pictures. And then we went like another 150 yards or whatever. And there's like another one. And then there was another one. And they just got better and better. So anyway, here we are on the Carter-Moriah. Out of the mud for now. We're now at the junction of the Kenduskeag Trail, which we're going to take out of here. And 4.1 to Shelburne Trail, huh? We got a ways to go to get back to the car. And then, I don't know if the bottom sign here, 0.1 to the summit. It's actually less than that. But it is a little steep climb. I'm gonna let you go up, John.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be tricky in the winter getting up this. If you come up Stony Brook, then you have to come up this too. If you come up from Bangor Street, you don't have to climb that. All right, and then right around the corner is the summit. You're in a nice section of the Kenduskeag Trail. That's all bog bridges. I don't know, I think that we're getting close to the junction with Rattle River Trail, which is where this is the 8th tee right now. And it will turn to the left and go down Rattle River and out to the highway. It's kind of the end of the Appalachian Trail in New Hampshire. So I'm hoping, I've been out to Shelburne-Moriah and I don't really remember the status of the the trail so much. There's mud, but we're going to be going off the other side of it, which I think is going to be quite little used on the Shelburne Trail. I'm kind of looking forward to that because trails that are really used have a lot more erosion and roots and rocks. You have to watch your feet. But this morning was awesome on Moriah Brook. You could look all around, enjoy the scenery. All right, and we saw our first hikers of the day up on the summit of Moriah. I didn't shoot a video up there because I've shot one many times. It's a nice clear view, but I will shoot up here on Shelburne so you could kind of get the same view, but with Moriah in it.
So Laura's standing on this bog bridge over this mud pot.
Yeah, it
She's
looks
gonna
like
show.
it's solid, right? I can see footprints from the mouse.
There you go.
It's making a sucking sound.
Yep, 2.5 feet easily. Probably would go further too if you.
Yeah, look at these little prints. If you're light enough, you can walk right over. Oh yeah, and also this. That looks like what are those guys? An ermine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, don't step off the bog bridges here.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
It's not good.
Gotta clean out my poles. We are up on Shelburne Moriah now. And it's just us. This is looking over at Wildcat A and the Carters. Or maybe that's, yeah. Maybe that's Carter Dome. No, that's Wildcat A over there. Okay, and then Moriah is right in front of us. Behind that is Washington, Clay, Adams and Madison, Jefferson, Adams, Madison. Middle Moriah in front of Adams. I'm looking over here. That's Cabot is, let's see, oops, right there. The Bulge and then the Horn. Rogers Ledge is right there. All right, we're splitting a small beer and then keeping moving. We're gonna go to the East Outlook Ledges on Shelburne Moriah where we've never been before. So that'll be our next thing. We just came off the summit through what's marked as an alpine bog. And there was like a big bald spot up there where you had views out to Maine and the Royces and the Bald Faces, which were a little bit obstructed. Now we're walking through. We're still coming out of that bog area. We're gonna come down a bit into something marked a ravine and then come out. And we'll have some views looking to the Bald Faces and Royces. This is a view out to the Bald Faces and the Royces right there. Our trail continues here on the left, and I think I can see there's something red right up on top of that open face, and I know there's another view 2/10 away. That looks closer than 2/10 though, but we'll go check it out. Very cool. I guess that's more the Bald Faces right there. Yeah. What a beautiful day. There have been no clouds all day. No people, lots of mud. So much mud. Down at that other viewpoint where we could see a red thing and it's just somebody's bandana. So this is looking out at Caribou Mountain. And over here are the Royces. Mount Meter. The Bald Faces. The Double Heads. This big thing in the center is Carter Dome. Zoom into it. Carter Dome. The other Carters, and then this thing in the foreground is Moriah. The summit is in the middle now. And then looking back at Shelburne-Moriah. And the viewpoint we were at before is right up here. And I just think this is really cool where I'm standing. Let me go out a little bit. It's all open ledge, and if you look down below, it's all open ledge. Very neat. Very, very cool. So we're taking Kenduskeag Trail further, and then it's going to intersect, or I think it just ends at Shelburne Trail, and we're going to take Shelburne down, someplace down there, cross the Wild River again, and go back to our car at the, what's the name of that? Wild River Campground. Yep. We now are at the junction with the Shelburne Trail, and we're going to be taking it to the Wild River Road, 3.2 miles. Yay. Connor Brook parking is, I believe, out on Route 2, I think. And the other way just tells you that Rattle River Trail is 2.7 miles. And that is after Shelburne-Moriah. So if you ever wanted to do just Shelburne-Moriah, you could come up Rattle River and go over to it and then go back down that way. Or you could come up Connor Brook parking area, up Shelburne. I mean, there's multiple ways up, but Rattle River is quite steep. I thought that was less steep. And now we're going to be entering back into the Wild River Wilderness. Okay. We are at a place to make a decision now. So we could turn on the high water trail and take it down to where we forded this morning, and then ford there, and then go back along the easy Wild River Trail back to the campsite. But that's like, you have to overshoot where we parked. That's going to add like a half a mile, I think. Right?
Let's give it this way.
We can go out to the Wild River Road here, which involves a ford also. And it looks like it's quite a bit wider ford. But that doesn't mean that it's any harder. In fact, it's probably shallower. So that will put us on the road, and then we're going to road walk the dirt road back to the car, which I think is like 0.7 of a mile. So we have to do a little water crossing here. This is not the big ford. And I'm not sure. Looks like there's some washout activity here. All right, we'll have to figure out where we go from here. I hear water, but I don't see it.
I see the trail sign.
Oh, a trail sign. Oh yeah, I see a trail sign too. There's an arrow, a yellow arrow. Okay. This is cool.
There's your sign.
There's our sign. Okay, so I'm gonna put away the recording device. We have to get through this bit first. I don't really know where the trail goes from here though. Okay, so this is the big water crossing now. And there's plenty of exposed rocks, although nothing that is going to be completely hoppable. And we're not really sure where the trail goes in. I see someone else walked around out here trying to figure it out. I wonder if it's right there.
Is that?
I said, do you think it's up there?
I do.
Because, okay, so when we split, and you know how the trail went to the left right there was a big flat cairn, like an old cairn that had been flattened, and the trail went to the right previously. So I don't know. What do you think? We just need to get across and get up, and then we'll find it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Up there is the ideal location. Okay.
According to my...
I think I'm just going to come across here somehow and get up in that.
Are you going to shoe off?
I am gonna shoe off, yes. Yep. Alrighty. Oh, it's beautiful here though. So we're gonna cross here and hopefully pick up the trail for another, I don't know, 150 feet or something, and then you hit the road. And then we'll be almost done. We successfully made it across. Yay. It's beautiful here. But we have like a 2-hour and 45-minute drive home. So we gotta get moving. It's really beautiful here though. The trees are starting to change. Not quite there yet. Next couple weeks it will be really beautiful. Hopefully